What's going on, you guys? My name is Rich and I am the Steel One. Nothing special about this video today. I'm gonna try to vlog a little, see how that works out. If you're seeing it, then you know that it was worth watching. And anyway, so right now I'm getting ready to go to Colorado Springs to see Rachel. So, putting on my shoes to get ready to go. And I thought I would just start filming. One of the reasons I don't really vlog is because I don't know what to say. Like I said, I'm an introvert, and I really don't know what to say usually. So you're gonna follow me around here, and yeah. I close the window since I won't be back till tomorrow. Okay. I want the fan. All right. Place is a mess, so if you see something you're like, ew, well, sorry. Alright, make sure I have everything. Water bottle. Ugh. Okay. Grabbing the belt. Hey, Sarky Poop. Meow. Meow. Yeah, vlogging for me, it's like I'd rather be somewhat entertaining. Like if you ever watch Omar Gosh, check him out if you haven't seen him. Omar Gosh TV. He's good at it. He's a natural. I mean, he's funny, and of course he has a family to bounce things off of and talk about and whatnot. But all right, so I think I have. Probably need to bring my bag. Everybody say hi to Sark. Sark! Sark, psst. Hey, look at me. Say hi! Say hi! Say hi! What is that? And there's Rocky. Hey, buddy. Alright, gotta get my camera bag. I'll bring it with me. Oh, I need to get my charger for my camera battery. Alright, Echo, turn off the living room light.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, let's see. My keys. And water bottle, phone. Alright. My bag. Alright. There we go. Sorry, not saying much. Don't know what to say. But you're coming along with me, so. Sorry I've been putting out any videos lately. Just haven't had anything to film, really. Okay, so not sure how I'm gonna with you. Okay, we'll try this for a little bit. You'll be my passenger. Here we go. Seatbelt on. Here we go. Are you comfy over there? Alright, here we go. On our way to the Springs. Don't need to get gas. Just gotta drive. You see me alright? Pretty good drive, hopefully. Hopefully there isn't a whole lot of traffic in between Colorado Springs and Castle Rock, or Castle Rock and Colorado Springs. We'll see. Stoplight. I definitely feel like there's going to be some edits for sure, a lot of edits in this video, but someone had just suggested to me that I just film and, you know, edit the boring stuff out. So I just keep filming until something's worth putting in the video, I suppose. It doesn't necessarily have to be exciting, but so yeah, I haven't really put out any videos the last 2 weeks, you know, because I just really didn't have anything to film, and you know, I work, and you know, when I get home from work, I'm beat, you know, and my job's kind of a physical job, and somewhat of a demanding job, but I like it. Most people probably don't think I do, but I do. It's a good job. And it's a lot better than the jobs I've had before, but it's good. I think that leads to a good segue on something I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, my whole life I've been kind of a quick to anger, smart mouth asshole, believe it or not. Some of you are going, yeah, we know. The ones that know me. you know. But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing a lot of my faults, and I'm really trying to correct them. You know, one of my faults is I get angry really fast, but as quickly as I get angry, I'm not. But then I get angry at myself for getting angry, and one of the things that I felt like God has put on my heart is that I have a choice on how I react to things. I get, like at work, someone will ask me for something, and if I don't tend to agree with that something, I get upset, and I make sure they know I'm upset. And it's ridiculous. But I get upset like really easy, and I think I've been that way my whole life, really. I remember as a kid, when my parents and I would come home from one of their adult parties or from their friend's house or whatever, I would say, majority of the time, sorry, there's someone tailgating me. I'm trying not to get upset. Anyway, majority of the time, when we would be on our way home, or when they'd wait till we got home, they would lecture me and yell at me and show how disappointed they were of me because of how I reacted or acted to you know, their friends or whatever. You know, I was just a smart ass little jerk. And years go on, and you know, I get into school, well, older school, when you become, you know, middle school, high school. In middle school, I got teased a lot. I get bullied a lot. But, you know, I look back now and I probably caused, I don't know, 90%, maybe 80% of why I got picked on, because I was asking for it. You know, I had a smart mouth, and I had no filter. And to some extent, I still don't now. But I'm really trying. I'm trying really hard with the help of God and just acknowledging that I have a problem, an anger problem. I mean, I don't like get so angry that I beat up people or get into fights and stuff. Heck, I haven't been in a fight since high school, and even then I wouldn't even call it a fight. But so then, yeah, when I got into middle school, I was smart mouth, and I probably had a lot of things coming, a lot of ass whoopings that were required. But I still do hold a lot of bitterness from that, going to middle school. There were some pretty mean people, and I'm sure all of you have gone through some sort of bullying or teasing or whatever. But that's not really no excuse. And then when I graduated from high school, I started working at Target, and it was okay the first few years. I mean, I still had my issues, but when I started having to deal with the public, because see, at the first few years I was like on the stock team, and I mostly worked, you know, early mornings, and didn't have that much interaction with customers. I kind of just worked in the back stock room and stuff, so I didn't have to deal with customers very much. And then a few years later, I ended up getting promoted, and I moved to the sales floor, and that's when I had to start dealing with the public. And I was not good. I'm not meant to deal with the public. I have no patience. And when I worked on the sales floor, I would have a list longer than both arms to get done daily, things I had to get done, being an area manager. And you know, you have customers that, you know, are legitimately asking for help, trying to find something. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat today. For some reason, I can't seem to dislodge it. So if I sound funny. Anyway, so customers would come up to me, and I would just look at them as a nuisance, as you know, trying to pull me away from what I'm trying to accomplish. So when I get focused on something, I just want to focus on that. You know, don't bother me, you know. But, and I would get in trouble almost daily. I'm surprised they didn't fire me as often as they had customers complain about me. And if any of you are watching, sorry, if you won't remember anyway, that was years ago. But so then after Target, I moved to this, if you guys know, Levi's and Dockers are the same company, and in Castle Rock, it's a town about 30 minutes from me. They have an outlet store, and I worked at the Dockers outlet. And again, I had to deal with customers, and I have a hard time. I have no patience. I have to point out when someone's being stupid. I still do that. I hate that about myself. There's just so many things that I'm trying to fix. Never got any complaints as far as I remember. I ended up getting fired there because I was late too many times. Well, actually, I got promoted, became the store manager. So I was the store manager of the Docker outlets. And I ended up getting fired because I was late too many times. And I at the time, I didn't feel like it was my fault. They were doing construction on the highway near my house, and their traffic was horrible. And everybody would tell me, well, why don't you just leave earlier? And to me, at that time, I look back now and I'm like, they're right. I think that was just me, young, being dumb. And anyway, and I was late, and they gave me a choice, either to quit or they were going to fire me. And, you know, hindsight, I should have probably just quit, but I let them fire me because I was thinking, well, at least I could get like unemployment. But that was dumb. I should have. So it was really difficult. I was out of work for a year, trying to find a new job, and I couldn't do one. I think one of my problems was, one, I let them fire me, and two, I'm really bad at interviews. I think I've mentioned it before in other videos, but I'm kind of an introvert. Hence why I don't vlog, because I don't really know what to say, whatnot. So I couldn't find a job. I was out of work for a year, and my friend, one of my best friends, called me up and said, hey, why don't you come work for me? Or not work for him, but come work with me. Excuse me, I'm trying to change lanes here without getting run over. Oh, dude, how slow do I works. I get on the road and I get frustrated and angry on the road too. All I ask people is just to drive, for Pete's sake. You know, the speed limit on the highway is 65. You'll get two types of people on the road. You'll get the ones that go slow, under the speed limit, and then you get the people that drive like 20, 30 miles over the speed limit. It's ridiculous. Just do the speed limit, or at least 5 over. It's really that difficult? I don't understand. Anyway, where was I? So, my friend, he still does, he was a custodian at a middle school. And, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to be a janitor, you know. But I figured, you know, some income is better than no income. And so I called up the people that I was supposed to talk to, and they offered me a job to be a sub-custodian. And at first I was like, nah, and I hung up with them. And then I sat there for a few minutes thinking about it again. Better to have some income than no income. So I called him back up and said, hey, I'm still interested. So I started working there, and needless to say, I'm working on my 15th year. I've been promoted since then. I am what you call a facility manager at an elementary school. What that is basically I'm in charge of the building, and I'm in charge of the custodians. Anyway, so I've been at this elementary school, which I'm not going to name because there's no sense in naming it. I've been there for 10 years now, and it's good. It's frustrating. Again, I still have to deal with public, you know, but my public is more teachers and sometimes parents, but that's pretty rare. And of course the kids. And the kids are my absolute favorite part of the job. I mean, I think that's why I've stayed there so long, is that I love kids, man. They can see you for who you really are, and I don't know. I just love kids, and I've always wanted one of my own, but I'm 45 years old now. I think I'm too set in my ways to have kids now, and it's fine. It's fine. I've pretty much gotten over it. Anyway, so now that I work at this elementary school, I don't know, I guess I get in my head that I'm in charge of this building. And I don't know, I just get so like, I don't know the right words for it. I really care. I really care about this building. And, you know, teachers want to modify something in their room, whether it be painting or sticking holes in the walls to hang up stuff. You know, I get frustrated because, you know, what they're doing is temporary. It's not like they're going to retire in that room, you know, or they're going to be in that room till they decide to rebuild another building for us or whatever. You know, and most of the time they're not even in that same room even for, you know, for more than a year. So it's like I've got to do what's in the best interest of the school, at the same time having the best interest of the children. And so sometimes that becomes difficult, you know, and it gets frustrating, and I think I get upset because it's like I don't want to be a jerk and say no, but at the same time I gotta think what's important for the building. And so then I get frustrated, and I think the way I approach things, or how I react to the things that they ask from me, you know, get upset. And like I said before, as quickly as I get upset, I'm not upset. And then I'm upset at myself. And then, I don't know, I have this, like, I have to show them that it's upsetting me, which really, you know, it's just ridiculous stuff. It's nothing life-changing. It's no big deal. Who cares? At the end of the day, I still get to go home. I still get to go home and make a smoothie, which, by the way, I need to make a video and show you. I love smoothies. And, you know, I think the problem is that with school is, I mean, it goes back to my whole life, how quickly I get upset and I'm a smart aleck. But I think really in the last 10 years, it's, you know, I used to be married, but I think that was like, I haven't been married for like 7 years, I think now. But after the marriage, my whole life, that school became my whole life. And that's all I focused on. And that's all I cared about. And you know what? It's just a job. It's just a job. I'm there to earn money and do the best that I can while I'm there. And so when a teacher, so this is something I'm working on. So when a teacher asks me for something, I've just got to let it go and be like, okay, I've got to humble myself and just be like, okay, you know, especially if it's not that big a deal. Like, for example, this week I had a pretty rough week, but really I can't blame anybody but myself. I chose to react the way I did. So, like this week, we have a new kindergarten teacher starting, and she's asking a lot of things from me that I guess I felt like were unnecessary things, you know. I'm not a teacher, I'm not an educator, so I don't know what is required to be a teacher. But from looking from an outside point of view, you know, I'm thinking, is this really necessary? You're just adding more work to me, giving me more work to do. And that's the wrong attitude to have. You know, I'm there they're supposed to be my customers, I'm supposed to be helping them, I'm supposed to, you know, and really, is it really that big a deal? I mean, they're not knocking down a wall or whatever. Like, she had it's an extra room that we have, and we were storing like a couple of teacher desks in there, and she wanted them out. And I have no room to store them. And so, I guess my frustration of her wanting me to move the desks and not having a place to put them is just causing me to, and really, I mean, I'm telling you about it, and you're probably thinking, big friggin' deal. Exactly, I agree. And once I, you know, absorb it and think about it for a minute, I'm on board with you, you know. It's not a big deal. Who cares? Let's just figure it out. Let's make it happen, you know. That's the attitude I want to have all the time. It's not like I purposely go out to be an asshole to people, you know. I guess I don't know, my camera just shut off. I have no idea why. So, I'm going to attempt to drive and hold my stick. Not that stick. I don't know where it shut off, so anyway, I don't know where to start again, because I don't know what happened. Anyway, the bottom line is, got no light. My bottom line is that I don't want to get upset anymore. I want to be able to control my temper, and I don't know. So anyway, it's a little bit about my life and what I'm dealing with, and not even sure I'm going to use this. Maybe it's just for me, but we'll see. Some good news. There's no traffic. Usually there's traffic right here, and so it's hard to drive and film at the same time. I wouldn't suggest it. Anyway, I guess I think that's all I'm gonna say for now. Oh, the battery is dying, so I'm gonna cut it off here. So I have a little bit to. Anyway, I think that's all I'm gonna say for now. If I end up vlogging more later, I'll add to it. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe, share. I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching this video, and we'll catch you next time. Love you. Peace.